This thing of having a favorite car is not nice, because now that other fan base is mad because there's a car that is more quicker than the car that they love. But let me keep quiet before they start typing in the comment section. Today I have the BYD Shark 6, and at the end of this video I will tell you if I would pick this, the Legend or the Raptor. Welcome to another video. What you are looking at is the Chinese answer to the Raptor, the Amarok V6 and the GR Sport. BYD invited me over to come check out the Shark 6 and I took it around Cape Town just to see what it is offering, and my mind is still in awe. Let me tell you about it. So at the base of everything, this is a PHEV, which means it uses both electricity and petrol in order for the car to move. It produces a maximum of 321 kilowatts and 650 newton meters of torque from both the electricity and the petrol. So due to the way this car is shaped, it will only max out at 160 kilometers per hour, whilst the Raptor only maxes out at 170 kilometers an hour. With that being said, this car is still faster off the line as it manages to go from 0 to 100 in just 5.7 seconds. Other people have recorded less, but from just launching this car I was able to deduce that it is more quicker than my Polo GTI off the line. So the system works in a way that when you are driving at lower speeds around the city, it will only use electricity, but only when you need the power then it will kick in the petrol engine, and those will work together to produce more power.
Your destination is on the left.
Oh my god, this is crazy. This is insane. Ha 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 ha.
And I feel like the system should be adopted by more and more Bakkies because it makes sense with the amount of fuel needed for Bakkies to run. It makes sense for it to be a plug-in hybrid. BYD are claiming 2 liters to the 100 kilometers when the battery is above 25%, but only 7.9 liters to the 100 kilometers when the battery is below 25%. But that is of course the best case scenario. You don't have to worry about the battery charging because as you slow down it can charge, and as you continue driving it will also continue charging. That's why I say it's the best system. It definitely feels like BYD looked at the best Bakkie in South Africa and decided to one up everything that Bakkie can do. Speed, check. Towing capacity, check. Payload, check. Features, check. I mean guys, this thing can turn the screen to portrait. But we'll get there in a second. It also went up on the price. The BYD only has one variant which costs 960,000 Rand. It comes with a 5-year full maintenance plan and an 8-year battery warranty. With respect to the competition, you'll be saving around 200,000 if you decided to buy the Shark 6. But enough about that. I think the car looks nice. From the headlights in front to the side profile and to the back, and the tailgate is electric, and it can fit a person if you are in that sort of business. You will notice that this car has cameras all around, which means it does have 360-degree view. This will assist you if you are turning, if you are reversing, if you want to see if there's anything underneath the car or next to the car, wherever. These cameras will help you see. And obviously paired with that is the blind spot monitoring and all of the other semi-autonomous features. But let me know how you think it looks on the outside. I think it looks solid. It is a big car. You can see from the parking that it could have fit, but it still is a big Bakkie. Coming in the inside, you get a futuristic kind of vibes. It's a good interior. You are greeted with a 15.6-inch screen that can rotate. That's the size of a laptop, guys. The instrument cluster is 10 inches and that displays all of your driver's information. The climate controls are located inside the screen, which I hate. I'm consistent about that in all of the cars. Like, just give us buttons, we should be fine. But the upside is that these seats are heated and ventilated. I also want to mention the 50-watt wireless charger that comes in the car. This thing can charge your phone quickly. Same materials and fill can be found for the back passengers. They also get 2 charging ports and air vents. Before this car I had the Ford winning the interior challenge, but after this car I'm not sure. And that is because this car is very well built. While driving this car I couldn't hear anything. Obviously it's an electric car when you're driving at slower speeds, but it really felt put together. The only thing that I would have a gripe with are the brakes. And as I've said before, that is just a me problem because I daily drive a hot hatch.
In 800 meters, turn left
This is
onto
crazy.
Bootingrad Street,
This is crazy.
M62.
This is crazy. Why is this car so fast, bro?
In 500
Why is
meters,
this car so
turn
fast?
left onto Bootingrad Street, M62.
Why is this car so fast? I don't get why this car is so fast.
But more about the drive, this car is big, guys. When you drive this car, you will potentially fill up most of the roads in Cape Town because we have small roads in Cape Town. Johannesburg should be fine because the roads are much bigger. But the nice thing is that the driver screen will let you know which lane you are closest to so that you position yourself directly in the middle. That was what I was using most of the times. I also appreciate the feature where when you turn, it turns on the cameras to show you exactly how you're turning so that you don't hit anything. So the change for me was amazing, especially since you don't notice the change between the electricity and the petrol. The car will just switch without you noticing any difference in power or any lagging or anything. So the drive for me is a check. I would need to have the car for a longer period of time to do more tests on the car. BYD, wink wink. But from the time I had the car, I really enjoyed it. So which car would I pick? The Raptor, the Panamericana, Legend RS, or the BYD Shark 6? But I'm going with the Shark 6. Let me tell you why. I cannot pick the Raptor because it doesn't have a hybrid system, so the petrol consumption is more on the Raptor. I cannot pick the Legend RS because even though it does have a mild hybrid system, it doesn't look as updated on the inside. And I can't pick the Panamericana V6 because of the same thing, fuel consumption, and it's slower. So for me, I think the winner would be the Shark 6, but that is a personal preference. You might be completely different. So you tell me what you would pick below, the Legend RS, the Raptor, or the Panamericana. But that has been it. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe, to like the video, and to comment below. Until the next one, is love and peace.